Hello everybody, welcome to your monthly numerology here at Readings at the Round Table. I'm Jennifer. I've got the gangs all here today. Mouse, Mercury, Yasmin. It's awesome. It's an awesome time. Before I forget and before I get into, some of the astrology of everything that's going down in May, I want to remind you that I will be reading from 2 card decks for advice cards for numerology. One is the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and the other one is Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. Fantastic cards. These are so awesome that I actually read from the book. They're so good. Yeah. So, let's get into May. Are you ready for this? Let me tell you, it's been an interesting April for me personally, but I'm just putting my office back together so that I can record this video after taking it completely apart because my husband was putting up light fixtures and a ceiling fan, which is fantastic, but still can't put up the light fixtures. That's a long story. But everything is not completely put back together because after I took everything apart, I was like, I think I really want to rearrange this. I am not currently my husband's favorite person. But that's okay, right? It's just, there was some things that I just wanted to change up. Venus and Mercury were direct, so I thought, whatever. But yeah, I made a huge mess. Huge mess that I'll be cleaning up forever. But I do like tidying up. I do like putting things in their place. So that's what May looks like for me, to be honest with you. But May for all of us, this is fun. It is. It's a good time. So we really start off May with May the 4th be with you on May the 4th. I am a Star Wars fan. I think we've met, right? Also, Pluto goes retrograde on May the 4th and is retrograde until October 13th. On the 5th, of course, we're all celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Love that. On the 10th, Mercury moves into Taurus. Mercury's really moving around a lot this month. We start out the month with Mercury in Aries. Mercury is moving into Taurus on the 10th, and there's another shift yet coming for Mercury. On the 11th, we have the U.S. Mother's Day. On the 12th, we have the full moon in Scorpio that hits its peak at 12:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the 20th, we have the sun moving into Gemini. On the 24th, we have Saturn moving into Aries. And really, we're seeing a lot more of the party is in Aries during this period of time. For the past couple of months, the party has definitely been in Pisces, but now we're seeing everything shift over to Aries. Oh, yeah. On the 25th, here's Mercury's next shift. Mercury moves into Gemini on the 25th. On the 26th, we have a new moon in Gemini that hits its peak at 11:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's also Memorial Day in the U.S. Yeah. So again, just loving this. Loving that the party has moved from Pisces to Aries. Let's keep things going, keep things up, right? So we end the month with 4 planets in fire, 4 planets, including the sun, in air, 2 planets, well, that's including South Node, which is technically not a planet, in Earth, and only North Node in water. So we've got North Node in Pisces, we've got South Node in Virgo, and Uranus in Taurus. So there's your Earth and water. In air, we have Aquarius, Aquarius is hosting Pluto, which is retrograde. And then we have Jupiter, Mercury, and the sun in Gemini. For our fire people, we have Mars in Leo, and we have Saturn, Neptune, and Venus in Aries. So Saturn's going to be in Aries for a couple of years, and Neptune's going to be there for the next 14. Well, okay, these guys are going to retrograde back into Pisces for a minute, but they are going to be Aries is going to be their home. They're just going to step back, check out Pisces for another minute before they keep going forwards. I know, later this year, because I think Neptune doesn't go retrograde until June, July, maybe July or into June. I'll have to look it up. But, you know, we're getting closer to July every day. I'm so much fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to talk to you about the crystal of the month that I have chosen. So the crystal of the month is technically not a crystal, it's amber. And amber is a fossilized tree resin, typically like honey yellow or orange, but it also can be white, red, blue, green, or black. And blue is the most rare. Now, I am wearing my amber necklace. This has like several different colors in it. This is technically black. Here's the more red. This is the like honey orange color. And this, I believe, is considered the white. I don't think it's considered the green. But, some of you crystal lovers, you can correct me on this. That's fine with me. Please correct me when I'm wrong. So I've got several specimens here. I've got raw, polished, zebra, a zebra amber. I even have like an amber with like, I do believe that this was kind of put here, but it's so gorgeous. I had to show it to you. It is a moth in amber. Love it. So I do have that as an example. I think amber is so fantastic because it cleanses and absorbs negative energy, which makes it fantastic for Reiki healers, for Reiki practitioners, because it keeps them from, it keeps the practitioner from absorbing the energy that they are clearing off of their clients. It's fantastic. So amber does absorb negative energy. It's supposed to help stimulate the body's natural healing process. Ancient times, or even just metaphysical people, spiritual people, believe that amber draws disease from the body, and it also helps absorb pain. Fantastic. This is a wonderful crystal for protection. It is associated with the solar plexus chakra, which is my favorite. But it can also work with the sacral. So, I mean, think about the sacral chakra as more like the orange color, and the solar plexus is that vibrant, bright yellow. And I definitely 100%. I use this for solar plexus work because solar plexus chakra is my favorite, but it also works well with the sacral chakra. And confidence. It symbolizes promises, wisdom, courage, purity. It awakens joy, energy, and motivation. It assists with depression and grief and seasonal affective disorder. Yeah, so it's fantastic. It has been used as an ancient manifestation tool. I'm going to say this right. An ancient manifestation tool to help you obtain your goals when you are really using it like intentionally. When you're really focused on it and you're using it intentionally and working with this stone. Stone, resin, crystal, you know what I'm trying to say. Historically, now I love this. All right. Historically, this was given to babies to help with teething. I've seen them tons, like on kids now. They're teething necklaces, but they're made of amber. They're amber beads. I love that. It was used to ward off the Black Death. Very interesting. And the ancient Chinese believed that when tigers died, its spirit became amber, and they nicknamed it the soul of the tiger. I just felt like we needed that. Going into May, I don't feel like Pluto being retrograde is like, completely horrible. I don't feel like any retrogrades are completely horrible. However, that Venus and Mercury retrograde combo that we had at the end of March and the beginning of April, that was unpleasant. So I don't know what it was like for the rest of you, but that was unpleasant for me. So I'm not like terribly upset about this Pluto retrograde, but I think that we need a little bit of like oof back in like our lives. I feel like this is a good time because we've got a lot of fire energy where we haven't had in a while. Like a lot of stuff has been in water for the past few months. And now we're moving into May where we have all of this energy in fire. And I think this is going to be great to sort of stimulate us, like help us just like jump in and move ahead. You still need to stop and think, okay? You still need to stop and think before you act. But this is a wonderful crystal, like to help us with our courage and our self-confidence. Because again, my favorite chakra, the solar plexus chakra, is personal power, inner strength, and intuition. That's a synopsis. That's not all of it, but that's the synopsis of it. And I think that using this stone to really help us with our solar plexus chakra, what is wrong with me today, is like wonderful. And it's a great crystal for us to take into May with us. Yeah, into this into this month of change. Let's do it. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Okay, as I'm sitting here telling you all this stuff about this wonderful, like fossilized tree resin, I haven't actually shown it to you yet. So let me get my notes out of the way, and so that I can show you exactly what this lovely, lovely stone looks like. Okay, lots of different ones here, okay? So first, these are the raw ones that I have. Quite lovely. I do like them. They're so lovely. And then when you break, and I did actually break one. When you break the raw ones, you can still see that on the inside, it's polished. See? Like it's really polished on the inside. By the way, these are very, very lightweight. Very lightweight. Because I thought this necklace was fake for like, I don't know, the first few months I had it. And I said something about it being fake until the man that my mom had gotten it from, that she had bought it from, and he was like, that's not fake. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, just gorgeous. Okay, so here's some that's like more polished. And I have to give a shout out to this lovely, lovely lady at Heart, Soul, and Art here in Georgia. It's actually in Marietta. It's a metaphysical store not far from me. And this girl, her name was Jennifer. She helped me to pick these stones out. She was quite helpful. She was awesome. So these are the polished ones. This is so beautiful. This is what she introduced me to. This is a zebra. This is a zebra piece of amber. And they had so many different ones of these in the store. It was so lovely. I was like, I'm going to have to get some of those for my booth. That was awesome. Here's some of my my pieces that I'm actually getting ready to do a little project with. So isn't that a gorgeous piece of amber? So they really do come in like all shapes and sizes and like colors. This is a fantastic example of it. And then again, this, and I have this on my altar. I love this. This is so beautiful, so beautiful. All right, so there's your amber. There is your crystal of the month. So now we can sit back and go, all right, what does May have for your individual numerology? Hello, Life Path 2. All right, May for you is going to be a 7-month. So a 7-month for you is going to be, I don't think this is going to be a bad stretch or anything for you, because 7 is all about spiritual connection It's all about spiritual study. It's about metaphysical and spiritual expansion. So we're expanding ourselves spiritually. We're getting to know how we're all connected here. How we're connected to each other, to nature, to the universe. And that, for people that have this life path number, it's, a lifelong study, but it is fun for us to dive into it from time to time. It may not be the easiest thing for some life paths to, like, when they get in a 7-year or a 7-month or even a 7-day. It's not the easiest time for them, because in that time of a 7, it's encouraging you to trust your own judgment. You're going to get a lot of things that come up during this time that are just like, see, you need to trust yourself. See, you need to trust your own judgment. It's not easy for some people. It's really not. I'm one of those from time to time. I mean, it just depends on the day, right? But this is a fantastic time for you to search for and recognize peace when it comes into your life, even if it's just for a couple of hours or a week, whatever it is. When you find peace, a peaceful energy, or a peaceful solution, jump on it. Jump on it. This is definitely a time of discovery. This is a time of really doing deep dives, contemplation, introspection, analysis. This is a wonderful time to be very philosophical. Take a load off, rest. See if you can schedule that much needed vacation. And even if you can't afford to take a vacation, or if you can't afford to like go away for a long time from work, have a nice little weekend retreat at home. Have a staycation and just read or just watch Netflix, I don't know, or Hulu, or whatever subscription service you have, and just rest. Take a load off. It is with all this spiritual expansion and spiritual knowledge and connection coming into you, it could also be very just trying. Because a lot of people, when they get all that spiritual connection, that spiritual knowledge, that spiritual expansion coming into them, they're just like, oh my gosh, the world is just all effed up. Well, a little bit. But as a society, as a human race even, we are getting better. We're not where we need to be, but we're better than we used to be. How's that? The mantra of the 7 is, I am graceful spirit, finding insight, beauty, and peace all around me. Very important, because I just want to remind you of your mantra, Life Path 2, and it is, with a joyous heart. I said that wrong. With an open heart, I joyously receive and offer infinite love. And the key word there is, you also receive so that you can offer infinite love. With an open heart, not a joyous heart. I said it wrong, but I know. I make a lot of mistakes. It's okay. So the lesson of the 7 is making choices without retreating from others, finding the answers within yourself and trusting them. It is definitely about trusting your own insight, trusting your own judgment. And it's okay if you mess up. It's okay. But you do have to have that connection within yourself to trust yourself on making decisions that are right for you and moving forward. Other people may be like, you're crazy. Okay, well, let me be crazy over here without judgment. Yeah. The shadow sides of the 7 is self-doubt, insecurity, self-imposed isolation, and running from big problems or decisions that have to be made. Trust yourself. Trust your own judgment. This is definitely a time of spiritual expansion and spiritual connection. And maybe you're strengthening your connection with your guides. Maybe you're strengthening your connection with your creator, whoever that may be. And you really are trusting your own judgment, trusting your insight, trusting your gut, and that's going to bring you a lot of peace. It really, really is. I just want to remind you of little highlights about you. I think you know all of this. You're very relationship, balance, and harmony oriented. Yeah. You like things paired up. Partnerships are fantastic for a life path too, right? But it is about balance. It is about balance. And I don't care what kind of partnership this is, if it's a familial partnership, it's a friendship, a business partnership, a marriage partnership with like a spouse or a significant other. The thing is, using diplomacy is going to bring a lot more harmony and balance into your life. It's going to bring a lot more balance and harmony into those relationships. And keep your heart open during this time, because you are about cooperation. You really are. This is fantastic. And don't forget how important the law of attraction is to a life path too. Yeah. I got books on that. We can talk about that another time. Yeah. The lesson of the two is, how do we cooperate, love, connect, and open our hearts without losing ourselves? That is really, really important. It's also one of the shadow sides, is sacrificing the self for the good of the couple, the unit, the group, whatever. You don't need to do that. There's no reason for you to sacrifice yourself. You cannot warm the world by lighting yourself on fire. No. Maybe you're here for better things. Maybe you're here to invent the fire. You know, that'll warm the world, right? We got a lot of stuff moving into fire in May, so this will be fun. It'll be fun. Some of the other shadow sides are indecision. Remember what I said about trusting your own judgment in a 7 month? So this is about, like, some of the indecision can cause you to be oversensitive, being the martyr, or having a victim mentality. Let's back off of that this month. Let's back off of that every month. Let's understand that that's how we feel. Identify what is making us feel that way and address it. Don't run from problems and decisions in a 7 month. Really, don't run from problems and decisions at any time, but especially in the 7 month. Look for your insight. Look for your peace. Trust your judgment. All right, let's see what kind of advice cards we get for you here at Life Path 2. We'll do the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck first. I'll switch the cameras before I forget. And you know, this amber, it will help us connect. I love that. And honestly, the solar plexus chakra, again, my favorite chakra. And it has a huge intuition component. Just FYI. All right, somebody did complain on one of my last videos that they couldn't see me actually shuffling the cards. So they thought I was faking it, whatever. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to pronounce that wrong, but I think it's Sai, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Oh my gosh, that is perfect for a 7 month. Perfect. Ooh, supermoon. Emotions are running high. a supermoon. Emotions are running high. Okay. I'm having a hard time getting my glasses on because I have a headband on. I know. The things that we deal with, right? Okay. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. This card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is writ large like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's right under your nose. This card is about being larger than life, being special, and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. I love that. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up. But you may find that there's a lot of emotion to deal with too. Yeah. Get some amber. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day. So take action. Success is close. Success is close. I just must trust. I was adding an extra T, not close. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm tongue-tied because I'm trying to get all my recordings done today because my office has been torn apart for about a week. And yeah, I'm trying to get them all done today. So yeah, got to get these out before May 1st. Woo! All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month, Life Path 2. And, and make sure you check out my live shows on Tuesday night, every Tuesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. See you there. It'll be great. It'll be great. But until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.